FiberFloozieCrafts. My name is Jill. You are live with me in the she shed, sitting in my chair. I am not feeling 100% today, but I really wanted to get at least one crotchety crochet in for the week. So come on in. We're doing this vertical. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna leave that one out because I may need it. Oh goodness, I'm all over the place. I'm in my chair. My eyes are watering like crazy, so I don't see your comment. Please forgive me. It may just be that my eyes were too blurry. I did pull up the live chat on my TV, and I'm hoping that between the two places, I may be able to see everything. So I see somebody is here. Let me get my glasses cleaned, and I will come and say hello. Hi, Victoria. You got me on the big screen. Thank you very much. Hi, Tamra. How's it going? Oh, girl, it's got warm. We're drying out. And after all the rain, I guess my allergies are just driving me crazy. Oh, it's terrible. I was supposed to go to the chiropractor today, and it was like, I just don't feel like it. You've got me on the big screen too. Hi, y'all. Oh, there we go. Get all the rolls all straightened out. Can you hear me okay? And see me? I think you can see me okay. It looks like my lighting's not too bad. Going to the movies? You mean the big screen? Maybe so. Why not? I am working on my scrap and crime blanket. I only did 2 repeats of our stitch from Friday night because I didn't think I'd have enough to do more than that. I probably should have tried, but I think I'm going to try to use this in something else. And I had an issue with this color. I didn't realize this yarn was sitting on my wall where my Bath and Body Works plug-in is, and a whole bunch of that plug-in, the aroma was going straight into the center of this ball of yarn. And this thing is like, well, very potent, okay? This itself could be a room freshener right now. And I worked with it, and I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just, with all my allergies going on, I was like, I can't do it anymore. So I pulled that, and that, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm actually just gonna throw it over here and hope that it airs out. I know and I didn't want to do it either. I didn't want to play yarn chicken, even though it's a scrap blanket. Just go with it and get to the end of, get to the end of the yarn and just go on with the next one. That's what we do with the scrap blanket, but I couldn't let myself do it. Oh, we always take the rain, don't we, Tamra? Texas and Oklahoma always takes the rain. It doesn't matter if we just had rain, we'll take some more rain. All right, so now I'm adding in this color that goes in between. And this will just be double crochets. And I don't I don't know how much of there. That's pretty good, right? That blight's not going to bother y'all. Let me know. I don't want it to be too much for y'all. Today I'm just going to sit here and do this. This is all I'm doing. What are y'all doing today? There is nothing major. I have nothing major to show you. Last night I was on live with Lori from Lori's Stories and Crochet, and we had a really good time. She shopped for me and at Joann and got me some tweed yarn and some menagerie. So now I'm all set on menagerie for a little while. And what else? I have a video ready to go for the giveaway for 4K and for Russ of It's Raining Yarn. I'm waiting for Russ because he is supposed to be doing something on his channel, and I don't want to put my video out just yet, so it will be coming up in the next couple of days, you guys. So keep an eye on that. When I get the go-ahead from him, then I will put my video out. You're working on some minions. Oh, only making 3 total. So just like the main ones, is that what you're talking about? I watched with the Grands. I had to turn my fan on. My air conditioner compressor went off. I may have to turn it down. I'm drinking my last Crazy Cup. It's a caramel truffle sundae. I haven't even had a drink of it yet. So let's see. And this is my very last one. I bought the box of them. Hi, Annie. You have watery eyes too? You got allergies? That's what's going on with me. It smells really good because y'all know how much I love caramel. And today I'm in the coffee, yarn, and speak in that order. This is the Hobby Lobby cup, isn't it? Oh, it's really good with honey. So they're an adult stuffed toy by Naughty Nicole. How fun. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. I've not made any of the adult ones. I've made some that kind of look sometimes like they might be headed in that direction, but not on purpose. Not on purpose. Oh. The allergies was just one reason I didn't go today. The other reason I didn't go is because my dad was not feeling well the last couple days, and he seems to be feeling better today. So I'm very thankful for that. He had an upset stomach, and so I had to go over there yesterday and take him some over-the-counter meds to do, and it worked out just fine. But he was pretty tired. He said that he had gotten some rest though, and today he had the plumber over. Yeah. I said, well, you wore it out. But he has 2 bathrooms in his mobile home, you know, one back by his bedroom and then one at the front, and he spends most of his time up there watching TV and eating and going out and going to smoke and all that. So he uses that one more than the one in the back. Well, that's the one that was messed up. And he got that fixed today. And he was very happy. He said it all went really well. The guy did a phenomenal job. And he's right here in town. Really happy. So that was good. And he said that he had to get the seal replaced. They call that a reset. I helped Chelsea get one done on her commode, the boys' commode. They had just worn that one out, and so we had to do that on that one while I was there in November, and that plumber called it a reset. Yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I was wondering if that was the case, Victoria, because you know, I had an upset stomach. I didn't have, I wasn't having a real terrible time, just a lot of bloating and gassiness and that kind of stuff, but his was going a lot. And he just got a little worn out, and so I was a little worried, and I told him, because he drinks water and Propel. And I said, just be sure you don't miss any of your Propel, because he goes, water, Propel. Because I told him you can't drink just Propel. And I didn't want him to get into the habit of only doing that, because it does have sweetener in it. So it must really be going around. Hi, Lori. I'm back at it. How are you today? Are you feeling better? You gave me your allergy crap or whatever that was going on. My throat's fine, but oh, I'm all stopped up and my eyes are watering like crazy. I don't know what you gave me, but you did. Lori was not feeling all that great yesterday. She did great on when she came up live with me, but she was having a rough day the last couple days. There is a certain cedar that blooms in Colorado. I wonder if that's what you had. They call it like cedar fever, I think. Well, you know, first I made you yawn, and now, you know, we feel like that sometimes, don't we? Like somebody did give it to us over online. So-and-so had that yesterday. Maybe I got it. No. Forget what the name of that tree is. My mom used to talk about that, and she would have an upset, you know, everything would get a little upset sometimes because of it, and she didn't have allergies. Yeah. Yep, I understand that. Trying to get back to normal. There are days I'm I know I'm only 60. I'll be 61 in June. So I've got a birthday coming up. But there are days when I just feel so old, you know? And when you get sick, it's hard to get back on your feet again. It's just rough. But oh well. Oh, you got another phone call. Okay. I know, what is normal? Every day is a new normal, isn't it? Nobody calls until there's a live. Well, I won't be on for a really long time because Mr. Fiber Well, I'll be here for at least an hour, but Mr. Fiber, I got a bruise. I feel like I got a bruise right there. I get bruises because Cerberus will paw me, you know, gets excited. Oh, Nightbot's here now. I know, Victoria. It's just there are days when it's difficult to climb out of the morning fog and get on, and I've never been a morning person. Never. And now the older I get, the worse those mornings are and the harder it is for me to get myself going. If I wanted to talk, I'd call you. Yeah. Uh, I hope everyone had a good Mother's Day. Did anyone see the hearing yesterday, the Lori Vallow Daybell hearing for her trial, her last trial? It's this one is the attempted murder of Brendan Boudreaux, who was her niece's husband. I know Annie watched it. She got snarky with the judge again. And he's like, you know, you need to get this stuff done. You've known about this. This is not new. We didn't just throw this at you today. This is not new. Oh, good, Tamra. That's good. Oh, that's good. At least you were with family and you wanted to be with family. We had a really quiet day and I was not feeling good. That was when I had the tummy stuff. So, yeah. So I'm really glad you got to do that and that you enjoyed your day. I almost bought myself flowers. Did y'all ever buy yourself flowers? Almost did. Instead, yesterday, and I've got a little video I'm putting together, but yesterday I filmed some of the wildflowers out here along the road. I've got some shots of our cows, and then I've got the wildflowers. Hi, Vima. Good to see you. Glad you're here. How are you today? Yes. Hi, Leenie. Welcome in. I'm sure they appreciated that, though, Victoria. I'm trying to get familiar. There were some, I have allergies today, and it's playing heck with my eyes. So if I miss your comments, please understand that my eyes are just a little blurry. Allergies. I have a feeling Mr. Fiber will want to meet me somewhere for lunch today when he gets off work. I have not put any. I was going to put something in the crock pot. Haven't done that. I'm out of my pre-made meals that I had done. Y'all, that lasted us a while, being only 2 of us. That lasted. Now I'm going to do that again. Um, but I have to get the meat ready. I think what I may do is get like all the stuff that goes in the bags, the freezer bags, get all of that stuff together, put all of the seasonings and all that kind of stuff in there. And then the night before, take the meat and the bag that goes with it out of the freezer at the same time. And this way I can use my freezer stuff, not defrost it and refreeze it, if that makes sense. Oh, happy birthday to her, Annie. 89. She would have been 89. My dad and I were talking. My mom has a birthday coming up too. So my mother's birthday would be on the 22nd, and then my birthday is on the 9th, and then we have Mother's Day right there. So there's a lot, you know. And Dad and I were talking about it, and I believe that's what my mom would have been today. Not today, the 22nd of May. Yep. Well, hugs to you guys. I know we all need them. And take a deep breath. Keep on trucking. I'm just going to keep on trucking. I thought about doing this outside because it was nice enough this morning. I could have done this outside, but with my allergies, it's like, nope, not happening. The 22nd is one of your nephew's birthday. Oh. So there's a lot coming up. I don't know if I'm going to get. I wanted to meet Lori and have. I wanted to at least have coffee with Lori and possibly with Cheryl when I go to Colorado Springs. I don't know that that's going to happen because I'm going to leave here. Just here's a quick little agenda. The 5th of June is when I will meet Michael. Dad and I are going to have lunch with Michael on the 5th of June in Amarillo. And then we're going to spend the night in Dumas and leave out Friday morning. It is exciting. And we'll drive Friday morning the rest of the way into Colorado Springs. And we'll spend Friday night and Saturday night there. Friday evening we go to dinner with friends, and then Saturday morning we go to breakfast with the neighbor from across the street where he sold the house. We go to breakfast with them, and then Dad wants to go to Cripple Creek, and then that evening we have the retirement party, and then we leave the next day. So the only time I think I would have would be one of those evenings and like go to Starbucks. That's what I'm thinking. I usually meet Cheryl at Starbucks. Or, here's another thought. No, if we get on the road and we get to going, Dad's not going to, he's going to want to leave really early. We'll have breakfast at the hotel, and then he'll want to leave really early on Sunday. And then Monday is my birthday. Two hours to drive to Cripple Creek, yeah. Lori, I am not asking you to do any of that. I'm just not. Um, what I can do though, Lori, if there is a place on the north end of Colorado Springs, I will meet you on the north end somewhere. And then if Cheryl would like to meet us, we could do that. So you tell me something, some place where we could meet on the north end of Colorado Springs, but it will most likely be at night. Because if we go out and have, and it's also because we're in one vehicle. Yeah, you know the north end best, I'm sure, because that's closer to you. And I'll talk to Cheryl about it. Now, Cheryl lives close to where we're going to be staying. She lives on that side. We are going to be staying in the Stratmore Hills area of Colorado Springs, if you know where that's at. Circle Drive, Vinatucci, in that area, right off of I-25. I think that will be a lot better. I still need to send you my number. I will do that. I keep forgetting. You can come to that area. Well, there's a Starbucks there off a Circle. The first time I met with Cheryl, that's where we met, was at that Starbucks. So yeah, you let me know. But like I said, I'm okay with going to the north side if I need to. And evenings, I think, are better for Cheryl because she's working during the day. She may not have got the notification that I'm on. Sometimes if I'm on during the day, she'll slip in and say hi. She'll be at work. Oh, what did I miss there? Oh, yeah, I got it. So what is, today's Thursday. I don't have a whole lot going on today. Thankfully, we'll see what Mr. Fiber wants to do. And then tomorrow is crime night. What are you guys interested in right now? Of course, P. Diddy is everywhere. I don't know that I think I know how we all feel about that. Is there anybody out there that doesn't think that he wasn't at least dirty somehow? I mean, he's going to be in trouble for something. I'm beginning to wonder if it was trafficking. It will be interesting if they can get him for some of that. And then Lori Vallow. Okay, so the Lori Vallow Daybell trial, they're going to start, I believe they're going to start choosing jurors the 28th or 29th. You're going to Oklahoma City? Oh. You gonna go see family? Are you going on are you, how is everything? Have you gotten any information about the adoption stuff, or are you put that on the back burner for now? And then the Koberger stuff has blown up again, and that's coming up too. So there's a lot of really big stuff going on, but nothing really to watch. Karen Reed is still going on, but I'm not watching that. I'm just watching highlights from it. I just don't know. I really don't know about that one. It's very confusing. It is, and it's very confusing, Lori. I find it really hard to follow. Oh, how nice. Okay, so it's kind of on the back burner then. That's good. That's good. It's okay. I did watch her little, that's one of the highlights I watched, Lori, was Emily. I can't watch her during, like, while it's going on. It drives me nuts, her talking over everything. I can't do that. But her highlight was pretty good. But the Lori Vallow one, yeah, you watch her too. Yeah. I, I like that she's doing those highlights. When Lori goes on trial, they'll be choosing the jury. Then they're going to start the trial before I go out of town. And then the week I go out of town, they're actually going to be taking some time off. So I may not miss a whole lot of the trial. Luckily, that's what I'm hoping anyway. Yes, I understand. Yeah. Oh, is that what she calls them? Calls them quick bits? The one I watched yesterday, I watched that while I was eating my nuggets. My CFA. I don't know what it was like 30 minutes long. Oh, hi, Ola Joe. You have family in town. Awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your family. That's awesome. You take care. It was an ironic typo. I do not know. I'm not really following his case. I'm just like that's another one I'm just catching the highlights of. Although I will tell you, the interview room, they posted the entire hallway video where he was beaten up on because that's now been admitted after her testimony, Miss Ventura. And I something that I thought, I don't know if Emily said this or where I saw it, but somebody was talking about when these women come up and they testify and they keep calling them the girlfriends. They weren't the girlfriends. they're they're women, and they have been mistreated. Hey Tammy, how are you? You shortened your name. I like that. I like the shorter name, Tammy. Thank you for doing that. That is awesome. That makes it much easier for us. It was heavy. Yep, it was. There's Cheryl. Lori and Cheryl. Okay, Cheryl, just so you know, I'll be in Colorado Springs the 6th through the 6th and 7th, and Lori and I are talking about meeting down there at Starbucks where we met the first time. If you want to do that, it would be in the evening. Now, I gave her the option of trying to meet up with her on the north side of the Springs. If you wanted to do that with me, we could do that. I have to wait until I can take the car, and Dad has us signed up for several engagements. What are you doing, Dad? He's trying to meet up with all his friends, and I'm trying to meet up with my friends. That's sweet of you, though, Lori. I appreciate that. That would be the easiest thing for me to meet at that Starbucks there off a Circle. It's either Circle or Venatucci, but I think that's Circle. Because I think Venatucci's the upper end, and then Circle is the lower end. Right off of I-25. I told everybody a little while ago, I said, Cheryl's probably at work. She may come in and just throw her name in there and say hello. Lake and Venatucci. Okay, I was wrong. It's the other way. Okay. There we go. Thank you. I knew she'd know. She knows Colorado Springs like the back of her hand. She may not think so, but I think she does. You finished a virus shawl? I haven't worked on mine. I started it using Craig's Fiber Spider tutorial, but I haven't done but part 1. I've got to go in and do the next part. Cheryl, I don't know if you were there last night. Did you see my loaf cat that I'm working on? This is the one from Ella at No Catchy Name. You guys, I highly recommend her tutorials. She makes everything so simple. Oh, you're gonna turn it into a curtain. That's it. That'd be beautiful as a curtain. I thought about making that, but I've covered them up now. But I could do them inside the windows. That's an excellent idea, Tammy. Yeah, because this was like an impromptu thing. It's okay. But Lori gave me an idea, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. After we ended the live, she told me, she said, make it in half. So like, see, here's the ears and here's the feet. Make it in half like that. Put my markers here. I'll cut the yarn and then reattach it at the side and do the underneath, which would be the belly, with this one, and the top with this one, until I run out of the red, and that way it'll be a red belly and a black top. And I love that idea, so that's what I'm going to do with it now. But I got to go back and watch Ella, the rest of Ella's deal too. I know it. They have such a sweet family, don't they, Tamra? Such a sweet family. I used to watch Ella when she would be on late at night because everybody was in bed, and she'd do her lives, and I would be in there, and I was like, oh, she's just so sweet. Sorry, I got an itch. Yep, now I've got it. My eyes seem to have stopped watering for the moment. That's good. And I take an allergy pill every day. I guess I need to do the nose sprays. That's the one thing I didn't do. Actually, this afternoon, I kind of thought I would go in and work on my pencils and put some of my pencils in those new pencil cases. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Welcome in. What are you up to today? Have you got lots of ideas with your Christmas yarn? Y'all wait till you see my 4K box. My 4K giveaway box is thebomb.com. You know, let me see if I can crawl out because my feet are around this pole and all that, I want to crawl out of it, and I want to go over there and get a book if you guys will give me just a minute, okay? It'll be within the next week, Tamra. It's the one that I'm doing in collaboration with Russ from It's Raining Yarn. And I want to make sure that he's ready before I post my video. It's all ready to go. I filmed while I was packing the box, so you guys get to see the stuff that's in it. But there's a book. I really want to get this book, so give me just 1 second. See if I can crawl out of here. I just try not to bump the camera. I know, decisions, right? There's so much fun stuff in there. You can hold it together. Oh. Okay, hold on. See if I can find it. Oh, I swear I'm still here. Okay, I've got several actually. Actually, I have 4 books. That'll give you an idea though. And then I think I have a couple of crochet ones, but I wasn't able to find them on the fly. You got your 801. Yay. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad you made it. Been trying to get you to 800. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, the one, this one, it's a Barbara Benson. I really think that we could do some of these and you guys would enjoy these. It's Big Yarn, Beautiful Lace by Barbara Benson. And I know that it is reversed and I don't know how to switch it. Don't know how. Nick's Goal 1K, that's right. Even something as easy as this. See that one? Where it's just, we can just do a solid and then do some of these windows. I do not know where I got it. But this is knit. These here are knit. Look at the shawl. We could do something like this in crochet, right? Easily do something like this in crochet. Oh, it was very helpful. It was perfect, perfect solution, Lori. So you guys are following me on these ideas. You know we could do this. So like this one, if we take and we do single crochets in the back loop and then do the open work, perfect. Now this one would be harder to do in a crochet, but we could do a cable hat. This one though is the one I want to do. This actually gave me the idea for the Terra poncho that I did. It was the poncho that I did. No, it was not Terra. But the poncho that I did where I put it together, this is what gave me the idea for that. And that's knit. That would be really fast. I like these big lacy things. Here's a big lacy cowl. I love doing things like that. Definitely do that one in a crochet. But these big lacy things are perfect for knitting and doing stuff where you're knitting, you get your knitting in, but you're still, and this one is the one from the cover. Yeah, you saw that one. Here's a picture of it fanned out. This one is called a drunk spider. So like a drunken granny maybe, and do it in a cowl. But look how easy that would be to knit with a I pulled this out because I got that yarn from that it was gifted to me from Bridget, Queen's Crafts by Bridget, that she hand spun. I had bought one and then she gifted me one. This would be perfect. It would be perfect knit in that. Perfect for that hand spun. But what I wanted to know is how many of you want to do it? You want to do some of this knitted stuff. This one is fun. Let me show you the back first. I don't want to give the chart away, but here's the back. Isn't that cool? And then this is the way it sits. It's a gorgeous color. I want to do this in a fingering weight. But I have several. I have that one. That's the main one. And then Barbara Benson has this one, which is slip stitch color work and lace, okay? And it's Barbara Benson again. Mosaic and lace knits. See this one, I would love to do this in crochet. This is how I did that part of our blanket in the crochet. Look how good it would look in a kerchief. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Now, you know, it looks complicated. That slip stitches, it's a color work slip stitch. And when you do this, it goes so fast. I love color work. And I have not been doing things that, again, I've not been doing the things that will make my mind busy, you know? Look at this big cowl. That's very young and sellable. Hi, Katie. What you doing? In that acid green. Now that y'all know what acid means, that acid green and black. Those are the things that are really nice done with the hand spun yarns. Here's a capelet. Anyway, that's her book of lace and mosaic. This one, I've really not explored this a whole lot, but there's some history in this book and some really pretty projects in this book. There's not as much in it that I really, really like. But I want to say that I picked this one up with you, Cheryl. But there was a couple vintage looking things in here, and it is called Successful Lace Knitting. It's by Donna Duchenos, and I believe that she taught on Craftsy, and it's celebrating the work of Dorothy Reed. Y'all know I love these. This is why I decided to do my Joyce cowl. Making bags. Okay, are you going to have another big release? So this is Dorothy Reed, and so there's a lot of information about her and her designs in this book. There's a shawl in here. I love this one. This is what I mean when you see in the Crochet magazine, and it has like the Crochet World, and it has the table runners. Some of the patterns on those table runners, if you take that and you widen it and make it a little bit longer, they make absolutely beautiful wraps. This one is so pretty. And that looks vintage. And you could do it in like a Pima cotton. So nice. And I like this one. I don't think I would ever do it in knit, but I love this with the Empress waist. I just don't feel confident enough to do that, the top part. But here is the shawl that is, it's a triangular shawl, and it's based on some of Dorothy Reed's designs. So it's kind of been reworked. Isn't it beautiful? Someday I really want a black one. It's just gorgeous. Hey, Manuela. Anyway, I have some really fun books, you guys. Really fun books. But these are the things that I can wear here. You know, because of the heat, it's hard to wear anything heavy here. These are beautiful. There are some absolutely gorgeous things in this one. This one I got at, I got this at ARC when I was with Cheryl. I paid, it was $4.99, and I think that's what I paid for this one. But this is the Wendy Knits, and it's lace. Look at this tank. Isn't that fun? And I believe these are size inclusive. Maybe not. Only goes up to a large. I love lace. I love lace. And I don't do enough of it. I want to do more lace. Look, using some scraps or small pieces. Both shops updating Friday, tomorrow. Awesome. And that's Naughty Knitting Sacks and Fuzzy Sheep on Etsy. So just using a small little bit of yarn. Perfect, because I wear my cowls in the summertime. Here's another lace wrap. I'm hoping I'm giving y'all some inspiration. Speaking in the group chat we were talking about, it's just really hard to have inspiration sometimes. And that's another thing I do when I need inspiration, is I pull out some of my books, some of my patterns, some of my magazines, that kind of thing, and just kind of have a look and see what may spark something for me. Okay, you guys, it's time for me to get up, move around. Thank you. I will show you the crotchety crochet. I just haven't got very far, okay? Let me show you, because I'm working on those secret projects. Using the Honeybee Knits Deep Stash Victorian Queen Bee, her signature color. She is no longer dyeing yarn. Here is the first repeat. I mean, look how gorgeous in crochet the lace is. Thank you, Tamra. You too. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I'm having to really work at it, though, to make it look right, because it's a vintage pattern. So getting these increases right at the edges are hard. So I've had to take it out and do it 2 or 3 times. And so it got put into timeout for a little while. When I finish my secret things I'm doing, I'm going to go back to that, and then we'll talk about that some more. Lynn does lace and knitting. Isn't it fun? I really like the lace. I really like lacy projects in general, whether it's crochet or knitting. I do. I love them. Yeah. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow evening, if not before, and be watching for my video, my 4K video. It's coming. Like I said, it will drop as soon as Russ is ready. Okay? I love y'all. Have fun today. Do you want to say anything, Bubby? Hold on. We'll get a little shot of Serbs before we go. There he is. Having a snooze. You good, Bubby? Our mascot, hard at work. All right. Have fun today. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here.